video, but this would have been an absolutely amazing haul. Alright guys, so welcome to the video. This is just going to be like kind of a podcast video or whatnot. I don't know how long it'll take for me to spend this coins. Like, it won't take forever. I only got like 18,000 around there this season. But I still thought it'd be a pretty fun video to make. And it'd give me an opportunity to talk about the monsters I'm getting, like my plans for them, and the new era that's literally just started. So first, Firefool. I think it's like pretty clear why I'm getting Firefool. He's just an amazing turn transfer monster. I mean, his trait really speaks for itself. He's got Bulwark, immune to torture, and just those two traits alone are amazing. I really don't know what the third one is. I think it was like a more of an irrelevant one. And then once he approaches rank 5, he gains a random enemy status caster weakness and random enemy torture. So the thing that makes him so good is he is like, in my mind, Gahizel if she had turn transfer. Because he has great positive effects. He does a lot of buffing. He can do a damage boost, random buff, extra turn. And then he can turn transfer to that monster. So let's say you got, if it is a random buff, you got triple damage on, the best scenario. And if not, you just have a damage boost, right? And then you turn transfer into a Pierce monster. Firefool is still fast. The new era, it's like a few thousand points ahead in base stats. And the more you rank it up, the larger the disparity gets. But I think monsters like Firefool still have a place. He's one of the only, I think he is the only Earth, maybe even Fire turn transfer monster, the only viable one, that's for certain. So he's a really, really great pick for war. Even in these new wars where the Abyssal era monsters do have very increased stats, I still think he's going to shine. Then we've got Oswald. Oswald was just like, he has always been a want for me. Because if anyone here is like a longtime member of my channel, they know how much I love Chieftain Alaroque. His metal and nature damage when the meta didn't even call for it at that direct moment that he was released. His high damage output for low stamina, for low cooldown, and then no stamina, no cooldown massive. And the fact that he was immune to control. You couldn't do anything to stop him. He was just unstoppable. And Oswald is that plus more. Oswald is like, if they gave him Chieftain Alaroque, Hydrorian's immunities. Like, look at this. I'll show you their traits real quick for these two that I'm really, simping over. First, Oswald. Nature and metal. The nature bit, really bad for the meta and the fire pierce meta, but the metal bit is absolutely amazing in this light meta. So, oh yeah, his trait, oh my god. So, he's almost fully, and if his traits permit it, he is fully undeniable. You can't activate his cooldowns, you can't deny him. The only thing you can do is remove his trait, and you can't even remove his stamina because he has stamina regaining relics. So no matter what you throw at this guy, unless you have a trait disable, that's the one counter to this guy, you're screwed. He is absolutely going to destroy you. Plus, I've heard that his skill mirror is a 3-turn skill mirror. So that is absolutely amazing. Like, that's just another gimmick to give. He completes Chieftain Alaroque's being completely undeniable. He's got the low stamina, low cooldown moves of the very, very heavy damage in metal and nature, two great categories to be doing heavy damage in. And he's immune to cooldowns. He has the skill mirror, so if anyone attacks him, he'll make them regret it. He's just awesome, man. And then the second monster that's also good that you're getting out of this is Firefool, one of the last Blossom Era monsters. Yeah, look at that. So the first one is immune to burning and ignite. Oh, it's just burning. Oh, okay, I was about to say, I don't even know why it wouldn't give you ignite, and then I realized it's because his trait becomes irrelevant at trait 1. Why don't they fuse? Because immune to burning is literally just immune to control. No, immune to torture. So anyways, so he is immune to torture, and he has Bulwark. So not only are the majority of random negative effects and control effects not going to land, he's already immune to dots entirely. And then, the random elemental weakness and random torture, those are just really nice. very situational. I'm not gonna say that they're a benefit at all because they're so niche in use, but I will say that they're both great. You know, like maybe you get the proper weakness for your Pierce monster. Like, what if you got an AoE light weakness in the 1 in 200 chance, and that was an instant kill for you? That's awesome, but that's like never gonna happen. I think he does have some random moves in his skill set. He's a fun monster. I don't want to overhype him because I remember his moves not being the most impressive, but still being absolutely amazing. You know? Like, I don't know. There are certain monsters with, like, Oswald where he's amazing, but he definitely didn't have a place in the meta, and I still absolutely love him. And then Fireful, where he's absolutely amazing, definite spot in the meta, and I'm just, like, I don't know. I just love playing Devil's Advocate, I suppose. So here's Jaeger Year, and I think at rank 1 is good enough for him, right? Because he's not, like, amazing or anything. With this new meta, I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to be ranking up, like, a mid Pierce monster. So we'll see about him. Hydrorian, definitely going to rank him up. He is amazing. He really counters the entire Doomsday era, the entire light meta we've been living in for so long. Now, I will say that all does come crashing down since that meta is going to be dead and buried within, like, by the time this Abyssal era is over and we have our new best monsters, I think every other era is going to be, like, completely forgotten, meta-wise. Like, they're going to have no shot. So, I really got to pick and choose who I invest in. They have to be fantastic for me to be able to invest in them, unless I'm investing in them for fun. Because, like, people like, when I unlock Bolderar, I'm going to invest in him because he's a fun monster and I like the monster. I wouldn't suggest you do the same, but once I have time and I have all my best monsters ranked up and all of this and that, I'm going to rank him up because I feel like it. So, you know, but I can't be doing that right now. Some monsters like Oswald, where it's like they might get a ton of usage, they might not. I really have to weigh if they're worth it or not. Specifically, I think I'm going to have to decide whether I want to rank up Oswald or Hydrorian, because they both serve the same purpose war-wise. They're both metal monsters. They're both great, unstoppable counters for Pierce. One can receive, like Oswald can receive total blind, total damage reduction, positive effect block, all of that. But he can also receive triple damage and stuff from Omnia, which is, like, obviously almost always going to be his teammate, is someone to buff him, because a monster with that kind of heavy damage output, he's always going to be getting some kind of buff. But the thing with Hydrorian is, since you can't buff him at all, he was really amazing when his strength stat was considered high. But now that his strength stat is considered on the lower end of the spectrum while still usable, I think I'm going to have to, like, go for Oswald using him wise. I have my Hydraka at rank 3, of course. Only reason I don't have him maxed out is because I kind of wanted to give a chance to, like, the rest of the world to still compete in the meta, because it's not really fair that Hydraka, Lord Hydraka, is the most powerful monster in existence, and that, you know, you could just rank him up and use him. That's why a lot of people, that's why Cupid has more usage in the meta than Serpentex, because Serpentex, he's almost just not fun to play with how OP he is. So, you know, you kind of nerf it and use Cupid. And same thing with me. I nerf Hydraka by using, you know, the rest of the puny meta monsters. But, you know, we all just know that none of them compare. So to decide right here who I want to spend the rest of my coins in to get cells for, I think I'm going to do what I told Abergo he should do, which is just go full on Fireful. Fireful is amazing, and even though all of these monsters are really great, other than you, Dreadrock, never you, and then Urchinian, he's whatever. But, like, even though all of the monsters except for those two bounty hunt monsters are amazing, I think the ones that are going to get the most usage in that order are Fireful, then maybe Jaeger Year End. He's either before or after. And then there's Oswald, and then Hydrorian. So these are, like, the big four. Duke Shrimp Waiter is a guy you have to kind of ask yourself, are you going to get him to rank 5 to get his dodge area? Because if not, he's not useful. Rank 5 is where he gets his dodge area status caster, and that is where he becomes really, really powerful, OP, you know, the dodge area mechanic, the one that everybody loves so much. He can cleanse, he can do water attacks on, the fire meta. He's amazing. But the thing is, you have to rank him up to rank 5 to get his amazing usability. And you just have to ask yourself if it's worth it. And then you have to decide whether you're going to go all in on him, or are you going to get him to rank 5 just for that, or are you going to focus on other people? Now, for me personally, I don't know if he's worth it in that scenario. And, just from not knowing, I'm not going to rank him up over other people. Like, let me see. He was a Blossom Era monster? Yeah, I remember. He was like the last fugitive hater, and he hated abominations, and then they released this. So yeah, look at that. And his trait isn't good enough. His skills are amazing, but his trait isn't good enough to be good until rank 5. So you're gonna spend a lot of time ranking up a rank 4 monster that you can't even use in war until rank 5. I just don't know about it. I'm gonna have to suggest you don't do it. And I'm gonna go Fireful first. For sure, eventually I'm gonna rank him up. Maybe I look at his moves when I hatch him in a little bit for the video I'm gonna make tomorrow. And I decide he's so good, hey, I will take the time, take the investment, take the small amount of time that's going to suck ranking him up just to get that rank 5 beast. But as of now, I don't think that's going to be the road for me. So, yeah, Fireful. I would just get Urchinian cells because he's a pretty fun monster, and I did want him to get him at rank 3 off the bat. Sadly, I didn't. I was so close, though. But Fireful is definitely worth investing more into. And I already have, I only have 3 mythicals right now. And Urchinian is one of them. And they're the only mythicals I'll have for a while. And the only other, no, I mean galactic mythicals, okay. They're the only galactic mythicals I have, and they're the only ones I'll have for a while, which are Light Voltaic, Urchinian, I always forget his name, and Security, Eye Guy, Immunoid. Those are my 3, and I'm ranking them up, and so the only one I have coming up other than them, who has about these same cells as Urchinian from this bounty hunt, is Bofrost. Oh, no. No, I wasted coins. Is Bofrost. So Bofrost will probably replace Immunoid, because Immunoid, come on, he isn't great or anything. His gimmick is nice, but I realized that P3R3 does the same thing, and P3R3 is a lot more OP. So yeah, I'm not going to invest into Immunoid at all. So Urchinian is definitely going to stay on that rank up Survival Dungeon team, meaning that until I get more Galactic Era monsters, which, it'll be a month, give or take, when I start getting the good ones and they start giving them out for free. Until then, I'll only have these 3 mythics. And I hate it when I have the bad mythics at the beginning of a season, or I just hopped back on at the end of the Galactic Era, so I'm just starting to get Galactic Era mythics at the beginning of my return, right? And I hate it when I have monsters who are rank 3 and then breakout 2, and then I just stopped because they weren't good enough, and I had spent actual amber or whatever fodder rank up material there is, and I actually spent that so I could rank them up, just to find out a month later that they'd be worthless or not as good in war, and I'd just be sitting there with a rank 3 breakout 2, which if I have a monster at level 134, that kills me. I want it. I always want it at a 10. I want 140s and 130s. I hate that there's a middle ground, but then again, if I have one at a middle ground, that means it's faster, it's stronger. But still, it's like OCD, right? I'm not gonna be a self-diagnosed, chat or whatever and say, oh, I have ODC, right? Over OCD? Yeah. But I don't know, just something about it makes me always want it to just be at that margin. Because with the breakouts, it's oh, you break out, then you rank up, you gain a new trait, everything's awesome. So to just see a 3 trait monster at 134, unless they're really great, just bothers me, And let me see, what else can I talk about the new era? Because now I'm just, on the buying sells part. I will say about Raito Sama and Pironic, I thought they were going to be better, Like, but I'm really hoping that this is the case. So, it reminds me a lot of the Blossom era, where the Blossom era and the maybe Doomsday era too was where we got this kind of situation where we had some really, really bad unusable monsters like Sunday and people in that same breath, but then we had OP monsters. And Piranha and Right Osama. Right Osama is one of those trying to be a tank, trying to be an attacker, but he leans too heavily in trying to be a tank without taunt or Megaton or trait Megaton, I meant, or anything like that. So he just won't work in the meta. You know, he's trying to juggle two things, and he chose the worst thing to be better at. So he's not going to be meta at all. Maybe you'll rank him up a little bit, but it's out of luck to get him. So no one's itching to get him. He's ultimately going to be forgotten. The design is pretty cool, though. And then there's Pironic, who's the other one. I think he's a lot better. And even then, he's still not that great, because he only has single 30% removals, life removal, which is called hurt, apparently, in the game. Life percent removal. So he's got like 30% to 1, and then he's got like toxins and nanovirus. His dot dealing capabilities are amazing, but I really don't know how you run him, because ideally you'd run him as an attacker, right? You don't want just a dot dealer to not be your attacker. They should be both, because a cursor is never that good on their own. But then he either removes percentages or he deals actual damage. And the problem with that is then you have to decide, hey, do I want him to be fast? Do I want him to remove 30, toxins, nanovirus, poison, remove 30, boom, he's dead. Do you want him to be like that? Or do you want him to attack and remove percentage so that, hey, I'm attacking if I can instant kill, I'm removing percentage if their life is stat is too high or they're the same element, and that helps kill quicker. So just deciding out of those two is pretty hard, and the thing is, neither of those are like gonna be meta or that great on their own. So I think he's gonna be forgotten too. Griffin Ironwing, man, I'm really not looking forward to her in the game. And pro tip for how to make Griffina Ironwing OP: run her with Omnia and Archdruid Sigil. People probably aren't going to realize it for the beginning half of having her, but she has just one pierce attack. One applies pierce, deals massive metal damage to one enemy, removes pierce. She does have trait uncontrollable, but that means she's going to have one good shot at the beginning of the match, and then she's going to have to wait her cooldown. But if you run Archdruid Sigil, once you get that one kill, and with her, she's an entirely different rarity. Her strength stat is through the roof. Her speed stat is faster than any denier, any, Omnia, anybody. Yeah, you're going to get your turn in, and you are going to get that instant kill. So if you run Archdruid Sigil, your next turn, you can do the same move, and you can just insta-kill over and over. And that's, like, the best strategy. I don't know why I came up with it, and I feel kind of bad telling you guys because, now people are going to use that. But still, that's, like, the best strat with her. And then, for the last one, I'll just get 10 more Hydra cells. And, yeah. That's about it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, just a little hangout session with me. I always thought it'd be fun, just like what Armor used to do, where when he was buying the cells, he would kind of just do a video just talking to his fans and stuff like that, talking about, whatever. This is just kind of my rambling thoughts. I don't expect the video to get like hundreds of views because, usually my videos that do best are informational videos, because I have a premise on my channel where half of it is helping people like me in the community by making videos that would actually help them, videos that actually apply to pros and beginners for the meta and monster reviews, stuff like that. And it makes me really enjoy and really find it personal making content like this. So, yeah, I just like doing videos like this where I'm just talking. This channel has done a lot for me. So, I just love making videos. So, if you enjoy the video, leave a like, and yeah, it just shows a lot of support. It means a ton, and it really encourages me to make another video, because remember, I don't get paid to do this. I do it because I want to, I love it, and to help you all. Leave a comment and I will respond. There was a lot to leave a comment on in this video. I was kind of just having rambling thoughts. You can respond to any of it. And Darman Santa video is up next. So keep your eyes open for that. And yeah, subscribe to join the Crab Army. We have reached 151 subscribers. Oh my god. Like, oh my god, guys. We actually hit 150 subscribers. That is insane. I want to say thank you all so much. That just means that means the world. I really thought, I was like, you know what? I hit 50. That's my peak. So I made the best possible video I could have had for any milestone, because I was like, I'm gonna fall off after this. And then I actually hit 100, which was insane, because right after that I had to leave. I had to take a hiatus. So that was kind of sad. And then I returned, and then I made the content, and I enjoyed it even more. And then I think a lot of people enjoyed my series where I had to start over and start from a beginner account on Monster Legends. And that was fun. It was like a unique experience to really throw all the way back from this pro beginner account. So yeah, that was just amazing. But thank you all so much. It means the world to me that we've reached this accomplishment, and we're only just going to keep going up. So, if you subscribed, you can forever say you are in the before 150 subscribers gang. So now you can, if someone asks you, how early have you been a fan of this guy, when I blow up and I do collabs with Mr. Beast or whatever, you'll be like, I was there when he was at 100 subscribers, and they'll tell you you're a liar and you'll have no proof. But still, it means a lot. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for helping me reach 150 subscribers. That's a dream, but I'm not stopping there. We're just going to keep going up. So leave a like if you're on board. And yeah, thank you all so much. Thank you for helping my channel grow. It's definitely thanks to all of you. And I do a lot of thanking at the end of these videos, don't I? I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you in the next one. Your favorite Omni-Crab, signing out.